I came to erase a hard drive. What I found inside it was 11 years of my own life, photographed without my knowledge, from the very first day someone decided I mattered. Welcome to Untold Lores, the job that should not exist. Part 1 of 4. The ferry stopped running 2 months ago, but somehow I am standing on Karasu Island anyway. A private boat dropped me at the dock before dawn and left without a word. My contact had been clear: fly in, wipe a hard drive, fly out one day, no questions. The resort around me was built to feel expensive. Now it just feels empty. I told myself the silence was normal for a place closed off season. I told myself a lot of things that first morning. My name is Rio. I fix broken drives and erase ones people want forgotten. I do not ask why. That is the job. The man who hired me was named Voss. He never met me in person, only ever a voice on a call, always from a blocked number. He wired me 3 times my usual rate before I even agreed. I should have asked why the pay was so high. The front desk of the resort was unlocked. Inside, the lights were on. Not emergency lights, full overhead lights, like someone had turned them on that morning for me specifically. On the front desk sat a keycard and a folded note. The note said, "Room 14. Drive is in the safe. Code is your mother's birthday." I stopped moving. I had never told Voss my mother's birthday. I had never told Voss anything personal. I stood there holding that note and felt the skin on the back of my neck pull tight. I told myself there was an explanation. Maybe the client had done basic background research. Room 14 was at the end of the second floor hall. Every other room door was shut. Room 14 was open, just slightly, the edge of it resting against the frame like someone had left it that way on purpose. Inside, the room was clean, too clean. A safe sat on the desk, already facing outward, already positioned so I could see the keypad the moment I walked in. Someone had arranged this room for my arrival. I punched in the code. The safe opened. The hard drive inside was a standard portable unit, nothing unusual. I plugged it into my laptop to run a quick integrity check before wiping it. That was my process. That was always my process. But the folder that loaded first was named with my name. My full name, Rio Tanaka, in plain text, sitting there in the root directory like it had always belonged there. Inside were subfolders, each labeled with a year. The earliest was dated 11 years ago. I was 19 then, still in university. Nobody. I clicked the oldest folder first. It opened into hundreds of image files. I opened the first one and my lungs stopped working for a second. It was me, walking out of my university library, backpack over one shoulder, mid-afternoon light. A photo taken from a distance, sharp enough that I could see my own face clearly. I did not remember anyone taking this. I clicked the next one. Me at a noodle stall 3 blocks from campus. Me outside my first apartment. Me in a train car reading, completely unaware. The photos did not stop. I kept scrolling and they did not stop. My throat was dry. My chest was tight. I kept clicking forward through the years, watching my own life pass by in photographs I had never known existed. Every city I had lived in, every job, every face I recognized from my past appeared in the background of these photos, cataloged and dated. Then I reached the most recent folder. The photos inside were taken here, on this island, this morning. The timestamp on the earliest one read 5:47 a.m. That was 20 minutes after my boat arrived. I was in the photo, standing on the dock in the dark, my bag over my shoulder, looking at the resort entrance. I had been completely alone on that dock. Or I thought I had been. Someone was already on this island when I arrived. And the photos in that drive were only the beginning of what they knew about me. That's it for part 1. Follow Untold Lores for part 2. Like and subscribe for daily stories.